Now, a third capital budgeting technique we're going to talk about now, this is called the Profitability Index. Now, the Profitability Index is common, but it's more or less used often in report making. But it's called the Profitability Index, and it's a common capital budgeting technique, and it's defined as the present value of the inflows divided by the present value of the outflows. And again, that's called the Profitability Index, PI. If the Profitability Index now turns out to be greater than or equal to 1, you would accept the project. And the reason you really do that is because it would have a positive net present value. If you would remember back to net present value, if the present value of the inflows is greater than the present value of the outflows, in this case, the numerator is greater than the denominator, you would accept that project because it would have a positive net present value. A positive net present value and a profitability index equal to or greater than 1, same thing. If the profitability index is less than 1, that means the numerator is less than the denominator. That would have a negative net present value. So again, if you have a profitability index less than 1, you'd reject that project, and again, fundamentally you would because it has a negative net present value. Profitability index, does it give you a different conclusion than net present value does? No. But it's often used in reports. Often you're doing reports for audiences that don't necessarily understand net present value and rate of return and all this, that, and the other. It's very easy to give them in a report form projects with profitability indexes and basically tell them, you know, the greater the profitability index, the more desirable the project. They end up choosing on the basis of net present value, and they don't kind of really know that's what they're doing, but indeed that's what this technique would allow you to do. And it's called the Profitability Index. Now the next capital budgeting technique we're going to talk about now, this is called the payback technique. Very, very common capital budgeting technique. And in the next video, we're going to talk about that, the payback technique.